Whoops, that's not it. Okay, hold on. Hit the wrong thing. There we go. I almost canceled my stream. All right. Now we've got it. We're getting there. Let's have a look. Would like this a little bit higher. What I did earlier, it was all set up with just the video camera and not YouTube. I think we're in good shape now. All right. Oh my goodness, this catalog is awesome. And I can't wait to go through it with you. Okay. So you're seeing a little bit of stuff I'd rather you not. You're seeing my iPad. Let me try. I apologize. I did work on this for quite some time earlier. Okay. I've said that before though, didn't I? Thank you for your patience. You know, I did one last month and it was the first time in 4 years since I had done a live video. All right, so let me have a seat here. And there it is, the 23-24. Let's get it back up in the shot. Stampin' Up! Catalog. Isn't this cover beautiful? Oh my goodness. And so we've got the cheerful daisies featured all over it. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so let's go ahead and just take a look inside to more of the cheerful daisies. All these great samples. That's one of the suites, and I think it'll maybe the most popular. We'll see. And so in here, the table of contents, very nice. Shows the suites, where they all are, and then to get you to the accessories and all of that, and the icons, what they mean. And then here we go. So explaining the, you know, the kits and all that good stuff. Okay. Beautiful. Online exclusives. I don't know if you know about that. We're going to have periodically products that are released and pictured online only, around for an unspecified amount of time. You just never know when they'll go away. So that's something you'll want to get right away, just in case. We had the Rhino ready. The dies sold out very, very quickly. Okay, so here we go. I'm catching on something. And the colors, aren't these beautiful? Oh my goodness, and they're showing you, pointing out some of them, the Sweet Sorbet, that's in color, Lemon Lolly, a new color, Old Oller, a favorite that's been around as long as I've been around. It was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, Lost Lagoon, a returning, and then Bubble Bath. Okay, one of the best names ever, right? So anyway, it's just this array of colors. Gorgeous. And of course, the tools that make this oh so easy. Punches, have a thing for punches, because you can just sit and, you know, sit and just punch and punch and punch. But what would we do without all the cool things we can do with our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine? All the die cutting, the intricate die cutting and the embossing, wonderful. All right. And then, of course, the kits, the paper pumpkin that, you know, I have people from beginners to those who are excellent stampers, but they just enjoy being spoiled. It shows up and it's already done for them. So they just subscribe either month to month, or you can get a plan for 1 month up to a year. All right, so now we're to our first suite collection, and isn't this beautiful? Look at that. And so a suite, what is that? Well, what it is, you get everything with one item number that's pictured on this page. So just one item number, and it tells you everything that's in it, gives you the total. And the suite always includes the bundle discount. And a bundle discount is when you buy the stamps and the coordinating dies and or puncher punches together. And so you always look for to see if there's a bundle, because you save 10% on both, and those savings can really add up. So always look to see if they're coordinating dies or punches if there is, and there's a nice little box to show you that. So in this suite, you're going to get the stamp set, the dies, and it tells you what page so you can go see a little bit bigger picture and more of a description. And then the designer series paper and this beautiful, um, oh, it's an acetate. It's not vellum. Very, very cool. Now, something not everybody seems to know yet. I had someone ask me not too long ago. She asked me if there were dies for a stamp set. And so I was explaining to her, do you see the the shadow, we'll call it a shadow, the shading around? Okay, so the stamp isn't bigger. And then this is all, it's a little bit different color. It's creamy against that white. And this, they have coordinating dies that will cut them out. All right, so that's how you, or a punch. So look for that. And then you can come down here, and they're not always bundled. So you can still come down here, and I'll show you on something else. And so it's going to leave a little line around it, a little bit of room, a border. Very cool. And this die, look how cool that is. They used it to do a negative image here and let the designer paper show through. Very, very nice. Going to have a lot of fun with this one. And then, wow, we have absolutely never had anything like a carousel before, huh? The carousel horses and the coordinating dies and more to do with it. Look at that. Oh, so cool. And I just did a video the other day. I can link you to it. Actually, it was yesterday with the Circle Sayings bundle. And see, there we go. You know, we've got the bundle discount on both of these. They're new. And that's with the N in the red is to signify something new. And sometimes as you're going through, it may have been one that you swear is new and like, well, no, it's been around. And then when you see these designations, they have the million. Well, this is for when Stampin' Up! Demonstrators reach their 1 million career sales, you know, and that's less than 1% of demonstrators over their career with Stampin' Up! Not per year, per their career. And so they have the privilege of helping be part of designing a stamp set. And this one has a coordinating punch, and we'll all want that 2 3/8" circle punch for sure. And then here we go. These greetings. This was really cool last year, and so there are dies that cut out all. See how they're all shaded? That'll cut out each one individually. And this is where I was saying you come down here. So this isn't offered in a bundle because anything that carried over from a previous catalog is not offered in a bundle, but you come down here and read, and it tells you it coordinates with the Sentiment Silhouettes dies, and on page 166. So you can go and pick those up. And as you're looking through, look at this. Isn't this card beautiful? Well, it's telling you it uses the gorgeous garden dies and what page they're on. So when we get to the back, we'll see those. So not every die set has a stamp set to go with it. So you want to keep your eye out for little nuggets like that, like, ooh, because that is gorgeous. In the lazy days. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm all bundled up today because it is cold and damp, but I am ready to sit out on the porch, and sip some lemonade. Wouldn't that be awesome? And so you've got the dies. They're going to cut out so much here, but then you have more intricate dies for the fence and the trellis and all of that. I don't know if that's a trellis, but whatever, we'll call it that. Very, oh, it looks like, it's just gorgeous. I was say it kind of looks like grandma, something like my grandma would have loved. And then I have a habit when I go through, I'm always looking for new things. So, you know, Sweetest Cherries has been around, but then sometimes the artwork really catches my eye. Two things on this page. Look at these masks. I love how that background, so easy. They just took that mask and the brush, the blending brush over top to fill in the color. And this one, I mean, super easy. They're just overlapping each other, but they're beautiful. Fantastic job. Then we have the seasonal branches. Oh my goodness, you'll have to leave some comments if you're liking this, because look, this is going to all fit onto the branch, right? So we can stamp the branch and or die cut it and then fill it in. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Okay, and so a returning one, but down here, hope you know, and as I was reading these, a nice combination. You know, to be able to say a thank you, a very thoughtful thank you, wishing you comfort, miss you, lovely. Now, we get over here, the handmade hugs. Okay, so you see it's shaded, but you're not seeing a bundle discount even though this is new. Well, that's because the punch carried over and it tells you what punch coordinates with that. So you can pick that up because then you'll be able to punch it right out like they did on this card. And these are all ones that have carried over. But did you know this? Every time a stamp set, if it carries over to a new catalog, you can get completely new artwork. So that's really nice. So you always keep your old catalog so you can go back and go, ooh, I like what they did with it last year. And this I thought was really cool. I just kept thinking in black or, you know, but that metallic, whatever paper that is, love it. Okay, and so both of these have been around before, but oh my goodness, I absolutely have got to make this card. Isn't that gorgeous with the pansies? Oh my goodness. So that's what I'm saying. You know, you get to see completely new samples when it does carry over from one catalog into another. And then we have super cool. You know what's funny about a stamp set like this? I'm trying to use all the images on one card. Well, yeah, you really wouldn't do that because when I tear them apart individually, they're, you know, some pretty cool images in there, given their name, and everything looks like, oh, getting hungry, something I could eat right now. It's so refreshing. Well, we've got a bundle discount with this. And look at that. Isn't that cool? We've got a blanket to set it on, and the tassels are coming down a little bit. Oh, nice, nice, nice. And another sweet collection. So with one item number, you get everything pictured on the page. The stamp set, the dies, the paper, and the embellishments. It just makes life a lot easier because you're going to want it all. So you might as well just go ahead and do it like that. And this is cool how you can build the different scenes. You can put the table and chairs in front of the window, make it a bookstore, make it a bakery, the lights to go in the window. Very, very creative. I don't ever recall in over 22 years as a customer and demonstrator seeing anything like that. Okay, two more carryovers, but look at the artwork. This is beautiful. I have this. Oh my goodness. Now, okay, for me, a little bit much over here, but this border, I love it. And this, oh, how simple is that? Well, that's some other paper floors dies. They're alone in the back again. All right, so you'll find those alone, but yeah, I got to make that card too. Beautiful, those dies. They used them to make all of these flowers. And then another page of things that are carrying over, but then we get to see some beautiful artwork done with them. Mm-mm-mm. And then a couple more that have carried over from the Spring Mini, formerly the January through April 22 mini catalog. And then all of these have carried over too. And again, you see the shading. And so you look down here and see that there are dies. Now, I think the Apple Harvest is just beautiful. And see this card? Well, either someone hand cut that, which, you know, you can do. It's because you wouldn't do the inside, so not as bad as it would look. But I looked right before I went live. The Apple Blossoms dies, I believe they're coordinating, and they're on the clearance rack for a ridiculously low, low price. Okay. And that beautiful set carried over. And here's another one that I was showing you earlier where you've got dies to die cut all of those greetings. And this one has some flowers to go in it. A nice little addition to that. The Wonderful Thoughts bundle. Of course, we want the bundle. You're going to want it all. And that 10% is nice. So our little Christmas section with some that have carried over. Nothing is reading new. What I like here is, you know, we're thinking of Christmas and fall, but they've taken it beyond that. And the same with this one. They didn't do anything Christmas at all. We got birthday and love and celebrate. Okay, how adorable is this? The Zoo Crew Suite Collection. You absolutely are going to want this whole thing. Look at these. Okay, he's smiling. and knitting probably its own wool. And, oh, he is just singing away. And, he's bird watching, the bird's up on his head, but he's not even annoyed, that makes him smile. This set is adorable, and then you have other dies to go with it. Do you see this? That's a curtain die. How cute! So they can be on stage. And then, the dies will cut out images from this, and I haven't seen that before. Some of them are uncolored, parts of them, so you can finish coloring them whatever you want. And whenever you see, the designer series paper, they show you the colors that are in that paper. So it makes it easier if you need to still pick up an ink pad or cardstock to go with it. These are cracking me up. The bird's eye view. Look, you can put glasses on all of them, and they just look so smart once they have some glasses on. Oh, adorable. And then talking about cracking me up. Hey, Chuck. We had the Hey Birthday chick. Now we got Hey, Chuck. You can't leave the guys out. Adorable. And then, so you see the shading. So we have open dies to cut out those images, but then you have additional dies. Look, you have the weather vane, the sun. How cool is this? Okay. And the Easter Bunny, well, the punch became unavailable really quickly. It's coming back. Last I saw was the week of May 15th, so we'll be able to get that again. And so again, you have to look for down there, and this coordinates with a punch. So just get in the habit of looking down here if there's something that'll coordinate. Now the punch doesn't uh, do specifically around the image like those other two, but they will fit on there. And the silly goose is back. Okay, you see these two, right? Goosebumps. Oh, and the monkey, how adorable is he? Offered in a bundle. So there's a punch to punch him out, but then it's a builder punch because you see this sample over here. You can just do him in a brown or whatever color you want, and his face another color, and then add the face. Cute, cute, cute. And that heart punches out. Adorable. All right, this Hello Kiwi. Look at this sample. Wow, that is stunning. So use this. That is new, the Hello Kiwi, along with the phrases for all. That line. Ah, so congrats. You're all kinds of amazing. And here's another, these two dies come together and they're pictured in the back. So they're showing them used here. Look how this die cut all the pieces. So you can do that paper piecing. Very, very sharp. And then for the princess that's in all of us. And oh, adorable, the little dreamers with coordinating dies, and again, more to go with it than just, the moon and the clouds, and very adorable. Oh, we need to always have a baby set on hand because babies and funerals, they keep happening. All right, and so more carryover, another chance to play with them, and brand new samples to inspire us. Look at this, everyday thanks. Uh, you know, so we can thank all of those wonderful people in our lives that make our lives better, the doctors and nurses and police and that Band-Aid. Well, we're going to be able to use that for more than just a nurse or doctor for sure, or paramedic. And the pencil, they can get well cards. Okay. Another sweet collection, and this one is really cool. So you get this big stamp, that's one stamp, those images, but you see all that shading? Let me show you. I have this. They're all individual dies. So you can cut out, the whole thing like they did over here. Or if you wanted to, we'll take the next size down. Say you just wanted the polka dot border. So we'll use the two together and do just that border. and we could leave that. Cut another one in white if we wanted to stamp white inside instead of leaving it all blue as in this example. So you'll be able to cut out all of these individually because they look solid, and they look solid because they're going to cut out one big solid image. That's why they look solid at the bottom when you're looking at the dies. That will help you to figure out when you're looking at them, like what's going on there, okay? And so this sweet collection, this paper with all those blues, fabulous. And this really caught my eye. One of my sweet stampers called yesterday and we were looking at that sample like, oh, those flowers are beautiful. Well, they're on the next page right here. That sample they made with them, stunning. And if you follow me at all, you know, roses are my favorite flowers, and distinctive, always a favorite. The distinctive stamp, Stampin' Up! Has their patent pending process for developing these stamps, and you get all of this amazing depth with just stamping it. Look at that. Don't have to do anything special. You just ink it up, and it's lighter in some areas, so you get all that depth and shading. Remarkable. This was on my order this morning. First thing on my order. Oh, love it. And of course, it's new, so it's offered in a bundle. Wow, wow, wow. And we have some detail stamps. So you see the solid images, that's going to cut out those, but then we have the detail, the really intricate dies to be able to just dress up our handmade cards and more, that much more. So this we've seen before, but with new artwork. And this is pretty cool. I got to play with this. And so look at this. These dies may look a little bit odd, but what it is, the the little flower or stems and leaves, they're attached to them, so they're already spaced for you. You don't have to sit there and try to put glue on one little end and stick it in. It's already spaced for you and scattered, oh, so artfully. This is really stinking cool too. And then this, the darling details. Look, we've got some frames to go with what it die cuts here. See, this fits inside, so it will um, die cut that, but it'll fit inside to get the two-tone colors going on. And a distinctive. And so wait till you see the sample in the back. They're even prettier than the ones on this page. And here we have, you know what? I was thinking about this, just my type. We'll have to explain to maybe the some children and grandchildren what a typewriter is. But this is, oh, this is just really cute, nostalgic, you know. Oh, and this, there's a story behind this Earth and Elegance. Okay, this is another one you just want to get the whole suite. Look at these colors. Oh, so earthy and rich. And it does have coordinating dies and some extra intricate dies to go with it. So this designer series paper, when I was in Utah, the designer was telling us, and we got to see, she did her own, she made her own coasters, you know, her own tiles, and the different things she did with them, and, you know, pulling tools across them. And then they take pictures of what they actually do of the actual items. So this paper, you might think that's weird. No, no, no. Very cool. It's on purpose. There's that tile. And you can see in this sample, you take and the pottery, then it's dripping. So that's not separate. It looks like it is. It looks 3D. And you know, and they're so real, you think you're going to touch them and feel texture. So that's what that's about. It's not weird. It's very cool to have that, to be able to do that dripping. And then, of course, there's always the other side. Oh, I like how they wrapped that trim around that pot. Mm, this is beautiful. And then we have courage and faith. We've got Bible verses. Well, that just warms my heart that we have Bible verses. Absolutely. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. May the Lord bless and keep you. This is someone's $1,000,000 set. This carried over, and this did too. But wow, love it. And these are small enough to fit in there, right? Nice, nice, nice. We've never had an hourglass before. Very different. I just love how, you know, I mean, there'll be people who say, oh, you know, more flowers. Well, I love flowers. I say you can't have too many flowers or too many greetings or sentiments. But the uniqueness of different things we're finding here is a lot of fun. And so you can do the heart, you know, for a card that you love. or just fill it up. You know, time with you and greetings to go with that. And look at that. So this, you know, is an intricate die to be able to put this in a thing to turn it over. I can't think of the right words. And back with the country bouquet, very popular. New Everlasting Beauty. My mom would know the names of all of these. You probably do too. My mom's a master gardener. I'm not. And here's to love. You know, and we have a lot of earth tone Stampin' Blends, alcohol markers to use with these. This is new. These big greetings can be so much fun. They could, look, it just is the focus of the card. Oh, happy day, sending sunshine and rainbows. Ugh, nice, nice, nice. Another sweet collection for all the fishermen and women in your life. Isn't this awesome? And that paper's beautiful. And okay, did you see this? That's over here. You make a tackle box. We've absolutely, you know, we've had fishing stuff before. We have never had a tackle box that we could do that. That's going to really tickle some people. Absolutely. And so, of course, the suite is everything pictured on this page with one item number. Pizza, one of my absolute favorite things in the world. And now there's a stamp set too, uh, just for that. Supremely awesome. Oh my goodness. And that's how I do feel about pizza. And it's a science. This is okay. I love puns. Let's celebrate. uh, you're always like you're okay. Yeah, you're like a proton, always positive. You plus me equals chemistry. You matter. Adorable. I keep saying adorable, but I can't seem to help it. I need to come up with a new adjective. Construction zone. Okay, I'm not, you know, trying to stereotype, but I think a lot of little boys are going to be really thrilled to see this, and, you know, perhaps some little girls. I'm a little girl who would have wanted flowers, I'm sure, or that princess crown, right? The tiara. And oh, this is pretty for all the travelers and maybe you're scrapbooking. And sweet and precious, and is it not, with the mom and the babies? Oh, we have that before, but it does have dies. So you'll want to go back and look at that. And these have all carried over, but brand new artwork. Oh, this one is out of this world, this sweet. Look at that, the stargazing. That paper is gorgeous. And I haven't seen this in person yet, but I ordered it for my share. That looks beautiful. Look at these samples. And then you have the dies. They're going to die cut that, but look how much more is in there. A lot more than just cutting out those images. Fantastic. So you can build your solar system. Lots of circles in there. Okay. All three of these have carried over. So I don't linger on the carryovers typically. Now this is new. Fun on wheels. Different ways to, for those who are on the go. Some nostalgia here. Yeah, and you can build. There we go. You can build it without stamping it first if you like. And if you're watching, this has probably got to be after your own heart, right? Crafting with you, and it's distinctive. So the thing that we love to do, and my favorite style of stamps, the distinctive, look at that, our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And they didn't leave the specific at all to card making or paper crafting because a lot of you are very, very handy. You got your sewing machine and your knitting needles and some flowers. And there's a sample in the back, really like it. And then look at that, for the needlework, that little, very, very nice. We'll look at that one, and there's another one in back when we get to where all the bundles are. All right. Carry over. This one isn't. How many people do you have to carry that carry over my brain? I saw someone's comment but not enough to be able to read it. Okay, just that it flashed up. All the gamers. How fun is that? Oh my goodness. Achievement unlocked. They've got the lingo down for the gamers. Now, I'm really confident we never had anything like that. Another sweet collection, the Inked Botanicals. Colors in that are just beautiful, and you just can't have too much floral. Now, this one coordinates with 2 punches. All right, so you can see that one and this other one, or you can put them together, I'm sure. Very nice. Look at the font. I love a mix of, the fonts are beautiful, but the mix with the script and the print, not all of them are, but very nice. And they're a good size, so they'll stand out really well. Oh, see there, with that other one, the outer space one. We've had this before, very cool. And this, here we go, the bold, there we go, gold bouquet. And with a bundle and some more intricate dies. So the solid ones are going to cut out those solid images, and then we have some intricate dies. Isn't that a cool die? That's in the back too. Like, oh, there are several standalone dies. The bear, distinctive. This set's carried over, but look what we have down here, Scenic Wonder. And look at the scenes they made over here. Boy, those are really handsome. And Seaside Bay, distinctive, carried over. And another sweet collection. Now this, we got the story behind this designer series paper too, the Masterfully Made. So we got the Generously Made stamp set coordinating with the dies. And so only die that we see that cuts anything out is here, but look what you have. You've got this greenery. Well, it doesn't have to be green, but it is in my head. All right, so very intricate. And then you've got that. So it looks like, a piece of note paper. And this die to do ragged edges for you. So if you're not comfortable tearing, that will be all set. And I would do one way, turn it, and do it the other. And so this paper, what you see, someone came back with a piece of artwork, and it was all this torn paper. And so the artist got her inspiration from there and started tearing a lot of paper and taking pictures of it. It's really fun knowing the story behind how this designer series paper is done. And so vertical blooms. Okay, I'm excited about this one because how many times have you designed something and there's just enough room for a greeting? You really don't want to stamp a greeting that's horizontal. So now we'll be able to do that. That'll be nice. I've always really liked those vertical greetings. Carried over. Coffee with friends. Very nice. And the negative image stamps. And so whatever's black takes the ink. And so whatever color your cardstock is, it stays that color and the ink fills all the way around it. Do you see that? So when I look at those stamps, whatever is black is going to take the ink. Oh, and here's a good example of it right here. And over here, your path awaits. You can build scenes. They build a scene there and another scene there. And distinctive. How do you go wrong with distinctive? And this page carried over. New samples. And then we have Enchanted Beauty. Now this is a reversible stamp set. What that means is you have one stamp, and depends on how you put it on there, and it'll stick well to your Clearmount block. You'll either get the outline, detail image, or the solid. So you just flip it over and and that will fill that in. So you can use it just solid if you want, or you can fill it in. See how they filled that in? Beautiful. Or just the outline. Fresh as a daisy, that's what we saw, the collection, the cheerful daisies. Look at this. I think this is going to be maybe the most popular. We will see. So of course you want that whole sweet collection because it's the stamp set, the dies, the designer series paper, and the dots. And it shows you all the colors that they coordinate in. And we had all those samples on the front too, the front cover and sides. We'll have a ton of ideas to do with this, besides what other people did with it. I have a card that was in my newsletter, and then I'll be posting my blog very, very soon. Beauty of the Deep. Very nice and distinctive. You can just look at them and see that they're distinctive. Wow, gorgeous stamps. And this is carried over, but they did a fantastic job on that. They use that gold foiling. It's like, oh, very, very sharp. There's a new tool up here that goes with our Take Your Pick tool. I think it's going to be delayed a little bit. And prize plant. And so you can fill in. You've got a sample over here. In this, though, and my parents, they still grow grapes. And so that is just beautiful. And of course, it's distinctive. That's why it's just gorgeous. I mean, that's what this one my eye goes to, but then I stop and go, okay, let me tear away. Of course, that's beautiful, and so is that. Oh, yeah. All right. And this around the bend, it does have coordinating dies, where this has a coordinating punch. A little bit more nostalgia, right? Very nice. Now, what's nice about this is that copyright Stampin' Up, you can make your own papercraft projects using Stampin' Up images and sell them. All Stampin' Up ask or require, I should probably say, is that you have the copyright Stampin' Up on the back because they're images, they have their own artists that they do everything exclusively for Stampin' Up, and so they copyright their images, and that just protects it. A very simple ask for you to be able to use their gorgeous exclusive artwork. And the punches, now, usually there's one picture to actual size. This time they filled it up with artwork instead. So they're good size. I'll do a whole front of a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card. So they're showing you a little snippet that's up. What does this say? See, that's only at 35%. And so they're big stamps, but that plaid is making me very, very happy. Okay, so those are the new stamps and stuff that we've had before. And then here we go, all of the colors on one page. Your eye can just look at them all. Beautiful, beautiful. This isn't new, but I think it's really cool how the color follows down the column so your eyes don't jump around, because I've got boho blue and I want the cardstock, the pad, the refill, the blends. They just follow down. That just makes it so easy. And they separate them more because they're in those blocks. So we've got our new in colors, the copper clay, wild wheat, boho blue, moody mauve, and pebbled path, as well as the colors we had last year. So very different. These are just so bright and cheery, and these are earthy, muted, and handsome. Wow. And so popular. I mean, talk about in when we went on our shopping trip. And so we're going through, I'm like, wait a minute, look at the colors. The colors that I was seeing everywhere were in this of the new products. Okay. And then our basics down here. So our new color lineups. Oh, I think the best ever. So we had a color refresh. And so several of the colors are returning favorites, and it tells you. You may have some of them if you've been with Stampin' Up for a while. The Lost Lagoon and the Berry Burst and Lemon Lime Twist. So and Misty Moonlight. You may have some of these already. And then we have some brand new colors. Beautiful. Azure Afternoon. I told you Bubble Bath. Favorite name ever. And we've got the Pecan Pie is new, and there's one more. Blueberry Bushel came back, Pretty Peacock Pink came back, Fresh Freesia, Lost Lagoon. Okay, there are 4 altogether. I've got, okay, well, Lemon Lolly. And so I think just the best color lineup we've ever had. And then, okay, I'm going to come over here and show you. This is where you can get things in bundles or assortments, like the cardstock. Instead of, if you don't want to get a whole pack of one color, or you just want to get some of each color, you come here and you can get an assorted pack, the brights, the neutrals, regals. Same in the 12 by 12. And the pads, so you save 10% when you get a whole collection at one time, and the same with the refills. Now, the markers. We have changed the markers, and so much for the better. And so this end, the brush end, pretty much the same. Actually, it looks just the same. But this end, the other for the writing, it just never worked well. But look at this. Gorgeous. Very, very pleased. And so you'll probably want to replace all of yours, and you can do it all at one time if you want and save 10%, or you can get a family at a time and save. No, I don't know that there's a savings on that. You can get a whole family at a time, but if you get the whole collection at one time of the core colors, okay, you'll save 10%. These new markers are just wonderful. And then this is very nice, the new core colors, you can get just the cardstock, an assortment of that, and you can get all 11 of the new pads, and you'll save 10%. Now, if you don't have any of them, that will be great. I didn't happen to hang on to any of my retired in colors, so I got this. And you could do that with the markers. I just hesitate because the new markers are so much better, but that's an option to pick up the markers in just, those new 11 colors that include 7 returning colors. And then we've got our packaging over here, the in color treat bags. And I can't wait to see all these. I haven't seen any of this in person yet, but boy, they sure do a nice job displaying it. I understood what I was getting. Then all of our designer series paper. And, this takes several pages, but I think it's well worth it because you can really see the images. They put them together, what's on one side and what's on the other. And here you're getting a lot of different patterns. So we have all of these patterns. And how clever was this? Doing the boxes. And we've seen most of these in suites at this point. This one we didn't, though. I do have a thing for gingham, glorious gingham in beautiful colors. And see, we've seen virtually all of these. Now, sometimes this needs an explanation. It shows you the patterns, all right? And there are 4 patterns, and this is shown just in the 23, 25 in colors, and there's the item number to go with it, but it's also in the 22, 24 in the item number. And then down here, these are the brights, but you will find all of those patterns also in the neutrals, regals, and subtles. This gold celebrations, well, that was part of that birthday bundle with the balloons at the front. Vellum basics carrying over. And wow, these memories and more. Look at that. I just love the various colors, and it goes with that. Oh, I think it's Bright and Beautiful. That's maybe the designer paper. The name of the stamp set, even though I have it, is escaping me. And then all of the fun ways to color. Adhesive, very, very important. And then the accessories. So these 3 are all new. Nope, these 2, sorry. And we can look and see. And so we can quickly identify what's new with, that marking. And I think they just did a fabulous job. So they show you the whole sheet or whatever it is, but then close up so you can decide what it is that you like. And ribbon, all found on, 2 pages. But I'm really liking how they're displaying this, easy to see. Where before sometimes it was really artsy, you'd have to look, but this is really, really easy to follow because they're going to be in the order of they are in the column behind them, underneath them. And this, the ribbon, very easy to follow. Tells you exactly what you're going to get, what's new, and what's been available before. All right, so on this page, we're to the punches, and they show the 3 punch bundles that are in the catalog. Of course, your 10% discount, and then we start showing the punches that are available, and very nicely concise on those 4 pages. And the clear mount blocks, I don't know if you've ever used the Stampin' Up! Ones. They have the grooves in there, so they're just so comfortable to hang on to. Oh, very, very nice. And then, to be able to take care of our stamps with the Simply Chamois, the Stampin' Scrub, Stampin' Mist. Very good. Masking paper. Our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Oh, that's a pretty card with those dies. See how they did two of them. So they die cut around the whole thing and then came in, and you've got that double border. Very lovely. All right, and so then they show us all the bundles again. Beautiful Balloons bundle. Okay, I was ordering the paper this morning, and that's what stuck in my head. And this card, wow, that's gorgeous. That's another one I really want to make. And so then when you step back here, you get completely different samples. Our Cheerful Daisies again. That Countryside Corners. Wow, they used it with a completely different stamp set. That was clever. Look at this. This is the one I want to show you. So we've got the loop, I believe we call it. And, oh, fabulous. And I told you, isn't that sample even prettier than the one that was out there, the Darling Details? Another one with those, the Earth and Textures bundle. Very nice. That tackle box. Hey, Chuck. Oh my goodness. So like I said, even more ideas. And what's nice about this is they're now pictured in alphabetical order. I mean, not alphabetical. Yeah, alphabetical. Before they were by page number. And I thought, well, that doesn't help because I don't remember the name of the stamp set. Now they're in alphabetical order, so then we can go back to the page to look at the whole collection or the bundle better. Okay. And so then we have standalone dies back here that we want to keep our eye out for. Now, doily, hybrid, easy for me to say, huh? And then again, what page it will be used on. That, remember I showed you those earlier? The gorgeous garden. Wow. The nested essentials, some different shapes. Circles and squares are fabulous. Love them. But wow, we've got some different shapes. That's going to just really step up our cards, add that to our collection. And we saw that they're calling it patchwork pieces, that paper piecing and that. And so you have the solid, and then you can put the detail over top. That card was just amazing up front. So I want to point out some of those that are new to make sure you saw them, the standalones, because for me, if they're not part of a bundle, a lot of times I miss them. And then over here, this exposed brick. Wow, that's going to be awesome. I ordered that. And then we've got the delightful doily over here again because it's a hybrid. And so you've got an embossing folder and the dies. In a hybrid, we can die cut some of the embossed images. Very, very nice. Same thing over here with that citrus and the tree rings. So we can use just the embossing folder or just the dies or the two together. So versatile. That goes with that countryside with all that paper with the blues. That was part of that sweet collection. And, boy, if you think I've got the best job ever, I do. And if you'd like to do what I do or do, in person, have people over to play, I'd love to have you join my team. And so you go to www.startmystampingbusinesswithshelley.com to join Stampin' Up! With me. I'd love to have you on my team. And then back here, we have 2 stamp sets that are exclusive for hostesses. Okay, and so you don't have to actually hold a party. Anytime you order 150 or more, you get 10% in Stampin' Rewards, or what I call free shopping dollars of whatever you like. But the only way to get these is with a qualifying order of 150 or more, and then you can use your Stampin' Rewards to redeem them. See, this is Calm and Quiet. That does absolutely look like a $24 stamp set, doesn't it? It only takes $14 of your Stampin' Rewards, so they go even further. So you can use them on the Hostess exclusive stamps, or or products from the catalog of your choice. And then just the bigger the order or the party total, the more your Stampin' Rewards get. Nice, nice index back here. We don't have to read a bunch of tiny print. We just go, oh, I want to get to the adhesives. I want to get to the embellishments, whatever we want to get to. And then the index of all of the stamp sets on 2 pages, the easiest to find I've ever had. And that takes us through the new 23-24 Stampin' Up! Catalog. Thank you for browsing through it with me. I'm Shelley Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Thanks for watching.